Marlon is someone who achieved his goals in almost every way you can think of. Statistically, 92% of people never achieve their goals. So, how did Marlon?
Like, you can't, because you know that feeling, that potential that you have of something in whatever field you're doing? You know you have that feeling because you can achieve it. You don't have that feeling just to have it.
This is the story of Marlon, the Twitch streamer who refused to settle for anything less than his dream. Marlon grew up in Sweden, where his main focus was to play basketball. At the age of 18, he actually got an opportunity to play college ball in the US in order to pursue his dreams of making it to the NBA. In early 2021, while playing at Lower Columbia College in Washington, Marlon was featured for the first time on his friend's TikTok account.
Marlon, what do you look for in a girl?
Heart. And the crazy thing is, up until this, Marlon didn't have social media. No Instagram, no TikTok, no Snapchat, and this is where things were about to change. Just 2 days after being featured on his friend's account, Marlon made his first TikTok on January 9th, 2021. Almost overnight, Marlon blew up on TikTok and his first video got hundreds of thousands of views. But it wasn't for basketball, it was for thirst traps. And his following skyrocketed. And at this point, you're probably thinking, okay, he definitely just is famous because of his looks. And while I'll admit he blew up initially because of his looks, you'd be lying to yourself if you think that that is the full story. Marlon was still broke, TikTok wasn't paying the bills, and this wave of hot people dancing was not going to be enough for him to actually build a career off of. So while he initially blew up because of his looks, this was just TikTok. Everything else he's built, accomplished, and created contains so much more than that. And after 3 years of posting TikToks in Sweden, Marlon decided to try something new: streaming. On February 15th, 2024, Marlon went live on Twitch for the first time.
That's what we're doing today. We're gonna get into this shit, man. I'm gonna be honest, I'm mad scared, bro.
But unlike his quick to rise TikTok fame, this wasn't all sunshine and rainbows. Marlon averaged around 50 to 80 viewers, struggling to convert his existing audience. Something about Marlon's streams were different though. Instead of the typical high energy gaming content, Marlon took a more chill, conversational based approach. He talked about his day, gave life advice, and reacted to videos.
Would y'all go in my car or not? Like, would y'all like to come for a ride or not? I'll be honest. No, hell nah. Okay, all right, bro. I forgot about the lights. But I'm not gonna lie, I forget a lot. So the lights do work then.
The key here is that Marlon wasn't trying to overplay his personality into something that he wasn't. Marlon was just being himself. It was around this time where Marlon made two decisions. The first one was an awful decision, but the second one was something that would go on to dictate the rest of his life in order to help achieve his goals. His first decision, and one of the lowest points for Marlon right after he started streaming, was spending the last of his money to go to New York for a collab. This collab unfortunately fell through, and it caused him to be homeless for a few nights.
You know what, bro? If I had a roof on top of my head, because I've been living on the street for 2 days now, if I had a roof on top of my head, bro, I swear on my life I'm grateful. I look on Airbnbs and shit like that. Oh my fucking God, bro. You don't understand. Every single place in New York was $1,000 or above.
But after this, he made one of the best decisions to outline his goals and double down on his content to stay committed. He also wrote down his current stats at 866 Twitch followers and 338 YouTube followers. A far cry from his almost 1.3 million Twitch followers and almost 600,000 YouTube followers. All because of one phrase that he wrote at the bottom of the page: God first and consistency. This schedule outlined a contract with himself to remain dedicated to the things that he cared about, and slowly but surely, the followers started showing up. This idea of consistency and strategy is what brought Marlon to the next level. His streams made it seem like you were sitting on FaceTime with a friend while also being part of a bigger community. Marlon also made a lot of content that could be clipped on YouTube Shorts, Instagram Reels, and TikTok that acted not as segments, but as hooks. People that saw Marlon's clips wanted to find out more of who he is and what he does. It's around this time that Marlon officially moved into the garage.
I swear to God, okay? I couldn't find out one place. Not an apartment. I couldn't afford an apartment, obviously. I couldn't afford an apartment. I couldn't find a office. I don't know what to do about the echo, but this is my last resort, chat. I'm in the garage, bro. I don't know what to do, bro.
This is the part of Marlon's streaming career where he really began to build a brand. A guy so dedicated to making this dream work that he would stream out of a garage at freezing temperatures with rats running in the background. This branding doubled down on Marlon's followers' want to support him. They felt connected, as if they could relate to Marlon's struggle and dream to make it big. And then came a connection that would change Marlon's life forever. Not Lacy, not yet at least, but another content creator named Nick. Marlon first met Nick in Copenhagen, where Nick, who had been following Marlon's journey, offered up his couch in LA as a place for him to stay. So he did. Marlon left his garage with nothing but 2 suitcases and flew across the world. While Marlon was full of hope, he quickly realized that by just sleeping on the couch, he had no place to actually stream. So Marlon noticed the shed in Nick's backyard and had the genius idea of taking his content from a garage to a shed.
Everybody see how it's looking? Dash everywhere. Watch what I'm about to do with this shit. Watch.
I fucking love this shit though. Like the whiteboard is fire. I don't know how.
That shed became his new world. He built it out and streamed in it, and people loved it.
Bang, bang. How's that? Wait, how's that, Chad? How's that? How's that? How's that? Let me know. Let me know. How was that?
While Twitch was exploding with characters like iShowSpeed, Kai Cenat, people that had energy levels of 100 all the time, Marlon carved out his own path. Calm, relatable, something you could sit back, watch, and just breathe. For months, that shed became a symbol, proof that you don't need money, a good setup, or even a bedroom. You just need to start and remain consistent. It was also in Miami, Marlon made one of the best decisions of his career, to stream snipe Lacy.
My God! What's up, bro? Shit. What's up, bro? Your aura! Your aura! Are you good free cut?
It was also in Miami where Marlon rented out an Airbnb infested with roaches, where this video of his living situation went viral.
Boom. What the f is that? What the f is that? Right? First thing I'm walking into. Whole f***ing family's in this. Do you see this shit, bro? Do you f***ing see this shit? Mom, dad, and daughter, bro. Bro, look at this shit. Please no wipes. Minimum paper. Plumber 250. Bitch, I've been throwing my shit in the trash. Y'all think that's it, right? I walk in what I see. That's it, right? I'm saying, you know what, bro? I don't give a f. Let me just have a bed and a roof on top of my head, and I can live off oatmeal for the rest of my day. I don't care. Boom. Cousin, dead on the floor. Had to clean this shit out once from nothing, right? Boom, boom, boom. It's not done. Boom.
After connecting in Miami, the two bonded instantly and became inseparable.
Yep. Down. Up.
They continued making content around the US, flying to LA, New York, and even Mexico. This decision for Marlon to partner with Lacy took his content to the next level and helped him grow his channel to where he is today. The two acted like a dynamic duo that is funny, real, and authentic, like Channing Tatum and Jonah Hill in 21 Jump Street. They provided perfect comedic contrast to each other's characters. And soon, Marlon moved back to LA where he started collaborating with other members of FaZe. These collabs brought his content to the next level, where he finally made it out of a garage, shed, Airbnb, and was now in a house. He even started expanding his brand to model for big-name clothing companies, magazines, and runway shows. Marlon was doing bigger and bigger projects now, where it wasn't just survival, it was momentum. Looking at Marlon's journey, it's easy to see the highlights and the clips, but if you zoom out, you really see the full story. Just a kid from Sweden that led by example and always motivated his community to go after their dreams.
I swear on my life, if you really truly have that stomach gut feeling that you meant for something greater, you are meant for something greater. Like I've said before, God will not put that thought or feeling in your body if that's not the case. If you go around thinking every single day about something else and that you meant for something bigger, whatever that bigger is for you, then you are. Don't let that thought go. Don't let that thought go.
And from that, I really hope you enjoyed the video. Please let me know your thoughts, any critiques on like my story, or like comments you have on Marlon's journey, or anyone else. Like, I love talking about this stuff, so seriously, really interested to hear your guys' thoughts and opinions, and would love to respond and talk to you all. So yeah, thank you for watching.